Budget tablets have had an improved reputation over the past few years as manufacturers like Amazon and Huawei have issued impressive devices with mid-range specs and affordable prices. Hoping to get in on the act is display and projector manufacturer Vancore. But is the Matrix Pad Z4 really the alternative to the Amazon Fire HD10 that Vancore hopes it is? I'm Christian Corley from Make Use Of, and I've spent a couple of weeks with the Vancore Matrix Pad Z4 to find out if it fulfills its potential. In the box you'll find a 10-inch tablet running Android 9.0, a quick start leaflet, a slightly wordier manual, a micro USB cable and mains adapter. But things don't get off to a good start. While striking and clearly evocative of the Amazon Fire tablet it hopes to emulate, the Matrix Pad Z4 simply has too much packaging. The box is around 2 inches thick, which is way too much for the contents. The Matrix Pad Z4 weighs 1.08 pounds and measures 9.84 by 6.73 by 0.35 inches. The 10.1 inch IPS display is limited to standard definition with a 1280 by 800 pixel resolution, so no HD movies on this tab. It has a front-facing 2 megapixel camera and a 12 megapixel cam on the back, each of reasonable quality. The lithium-ion battery delivers 8 hours performance, 2 days standby time. Inside there is a 64-bit quad-core processor, 2 GB of DDR3 RAM, a Mali G31 GPU and 32GB of onboard storage. With a stock version of Android 9.0 pre-installed, the Matrix Pad Z4 ships with zero bloat. However, that doesn't mean there has been no fiddling around by Vancore. They've managed to make the Android UI frustrating to use by adding 3 buttons to the back home recents group. On this device they're joined by volume up, volume down and screenshot. And we don't know why either. Sound is a key issue with this tablet. Whether you're using the software volume controls or the hardware rocker near the 2 megapixel front facing camera, there's a noticeable lag before any change in volume is applied. Not that you'll be too bothered as the quality of the speakers is terrible. There's also the problem with touch control feedback. Tapping an app to launch it results in it being heralded by the type of chime most commonly associated with an error. Most tablet style activities are possible with the Z4, with varying degrees of success. For example, you can read PDF files and Kindle books, browse the web, enjoy some social networking and even do some online shopping. However, this is pretty much the limit of the device without administering a noticeable impact on performance. Streamed video playback is disappointing, for example. I tested it with an episode of The Thin Blue Line, a BBC comedy from the 90s starring Rowan Atkinson, available only in standard definition and streamed from Amazon Prime Video. With the tablet just feet from the router, the video quality was acceptable, but the audio was out of sync. This was repeated with other Prime Video content of varying lengths, each with the same issue. Testing on YouTube had better results, but overall playback quality is mixed. Perhaps this doesn't matter too much as the IPS display is pretty awful. Slow to respond, it is only just adequate for watching videos and feels cheap to use. Unlike other tablets, including most of its competitors, the Matrix Pad Z4 has a plastic screen. This results in a low quality tablet experience and the touchscreen is as unresponsive to gestures as it gets. That is particularly annoying as the device supports 5-finger multi-touch. Other quibbles include the open micro SD card slot, as well as the use of micro USB instead of the increasingly popular USB Type-C. However, the real problem with this tablet is the fact that it falls way short in comparisons with the Amazon Fire HD10. While adequate as a general light use tablet, the Vancore Matrix Pad Z4 struggles with games too, not to mention losing the home screen apps from time to time. Further investigation into the tab's shortcomings led us to benchmarking with Antutu. The result? Well, it basically behaves like a tablet from around 5 years ago and ranks lower than the 2013 Google Nexus 5 smartphone. It's not really a device that you can palm off on a kid either. The expectations of children these days are for fast, responsible touchscreens. You're just not going to get that with the Matrix Pad Z4, which also tends to get hotter than you might expect. You can't argue with the price of the Vancore Matrix Pad Z4, but unless you're prepared to put up with low spec and poor performance, you're going to have a disappointing time with it. Instead of the Matrix Pad Z4, spend that extra $50 on an Amazon Fire HD10 instead. Now, if you've enjoyed this video, subscribe to the Make Use Of YouTube channel for more like it. And don't forget to check back for tips, tricks, hardware reviews and giveaways.